Hey guys, in this video, I'll be going over my 2025 hair growth journey from start to finish. But before we can get to that, I think it's important for us to go back in time and see what happened prior to the start of this journey. So many of y'all who are not new to my channel know I did a 2023 and 2024 two-strand twist slash individual braid challenge that was kind of inspired by indigenous strands. And so in the next clip, I'll go over the different products I use and then kind of explain what went wrong for both of those challenges. So the 2023 challenge actually started at the end of the year, so August 24th. And I would use aloe vera juice. Let's see what else. I also use some castor oil, and then I'll put Eco Salad gel on my ends. I know she would recommend the flaxseed gel, but I kind of customized it to me for efficiency. But as you can see here, I had the twist in my hair. And I think at that time I was washing my hair once a week in the twist. And here I just want to show you all how I applied the aloe vera juice, castor oil, as well as the Eco Salad gel to my ends. I think a part of the problem for a lot of these challenges that I did is that I didn't start on a good foundation, meaning that my hair wasn't trimmed. I kind of just went straight into the challenge. And the reason I did that is because a lot of people would say, like, if your hair is in a protective style 24/7, you don't need a trim. And I believe for indigenous strands, she didn't trim her hair often at all. So I believe that, okay, if that's the case, then I don't need to get my hair trimmed either. But over time, and in retrospect, I think that was the biggest mistake that I made, was not getting my hair trimmed. Especially with this level of manipulation. I was, retwisting my hair, I believe once a week. I don't think that's what she did. I think it was an as needed basis, but I wanted some type of routine or like schedule to my hair, something very predictable, which is why I did it so often. But again, in retrospect, that was the biggest mistake I made, not getting my hair trimmed. And then eventually I learned that the aloe vera juice was too acidic for my hair to be applying it directly like that. It probably could have helped if I diluted the aloe vera juice as well. And there's a lot of other things that I learned that I'll get into later, but for this clip, it's just to show you all what I was doing back in 2023, pretty much on a weekly basis. As you can also see that my edges are permed, so my edges were damaged. I was caring more so about the aesthetic of having my edges slicked down and it being easier to do in the morning, and having them actually stay laid down. So that was another mistake that I made. I'm still kind of suffering from the consequences of that decision to perm my edges back in 2023. And that's something I do plan to address in the year 2025. But I hope that gives you all some clarity of where I started back in 2023, August specifically. As you can see here, I was washing my hair weekly. And in retrospect, that again was a mistake. Just too much manipulation. And I've learned this year that I don't need to wash my hair every week. I could literally go 2 months without washing my hair and my scalp will be perfectly fine. But again, you hear other people say you should wash your hair once a week. It's not sanitary. And it probably isn't sanitary. But ultimately, I don't think I need to wash my hair every single week. It's just not necessary for my hair to be healthy and to grow long. So I made it to the end of 2023 and I went ahead and did a length check. So literally by this point, I believe I had my hair in since August, September, October, November, like 5 months. I just wanted to see where my hair was. And I did believe I gained some type of length. The main thing is that I didn't trim my hair whatsoever, even at this point. You can see that was the very end of my 2023 two-strand twist journey. And I just wanted to show you all how long my hair got. So I did retain length, but in retrospect, I don't think it was healthy length. But I continued with the journey into the year 2024. At this time, I believe I transitioned to individual braids and kept the same routine. And again, I had not received a single trim from the beginning of 2023 leading into the new year 2024. Back. So I will be rebraiding my hair for the first time of 2024. It is January 5th. And for those of you who are new to my channel, typically I rebraid or remoisturize my hair once a week, every Friday. And I plan for it to continue to be that way for the rest of the year, hopefully. But around July, my schedule is going to change, just to give y'all a heads up. But otherwise, I do my hair every single Friday. As far as the products I'll be using, I have my aloe vera juice, which I keep refrigerated in the actual container I bought it in, and then I pour it in here the day that I actually want to use it. So here's that. Then for my ends, I'll be using Eco Styler Gel. Like always, I would recommend you all to use flaxseed gel over Eco Gel. And for the oiling process slash sealant or whatever slash conditioning agent, I use castor oil. This happens to be Jamaican black castor. You can use whatever you want. And I just purchased a new shea butter container, and this one is the African Shea Butter Taha. Got it from my local beauty supply store. So it's my first time opening this one up. There it is. So the main thing that changed was I was using the shea butter on my hair weekly, and I was using a heavy amount of shea butter. I did come to learn just by watching YouTube videos from other people that shea butter can be a heavy substance on the hair, and its job is to seal in moisture, but it can also in the process dehydrate your hair because you're preventing moisture from being able to get into your hair more easily with having that oil barrier covering all of your strands. So I was doing that for an entire year, and in retrospect, I learned that wasn't a good idea because I probably dehydrated my hair out pretty severely. But yeah, that's what I learned. Now we're transitioning into April/May. I'm not really sure which one of 2024, but the point is it was around graduation time, so I could finally have a reason to straighten my hair. So this is how long my hair was when I was pulling it down. So to me, my hair grew pretty significantly, and I was extremely excited. However, I went to my stylist. I told her what I had been doing with my hair, using aloe vera juice, shea butter, and she was quite shocked. And she had to cut a lot of my hair off, essentially, because my ends were pretty damaged. My hair was dry, and so I was pretty devastated that I wasn't able to retain length after all that hard work. And that's how my 2024 journey ended. So I ended up relocating to a new state, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to wear my hair. I just came out of my silk press and was wearing that out for quite a while, so I went and tried a wash and go for a little bit. Then I ultimately found a stylist, and I really wanted to get the twist back in my hair, but I'm like, maybe I should let a stylist do my twist instead of me because I'm doing something wrong clearly, and I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. But as you can see here, my fro looks crazy. And that kind of surprised me too because I'm like, I just got my hair trimmed. Usually my stylist does an amazing job with trimming my hair, but my afro did not look good at all. But I still went ahead and got the twist. I didn't do the same moisture routine with aloe vera juice anymore, shea butter. I just kind of kept it in and tied my hair up at night. So tried that out for a couple, maybe like a month or two, I'm not sure, but something still felt wrong. And so I'm like, okay, I just need to go get my hair trimmed again because that afro looked crazy. And as you can see here, there's split ends. So I got my hair silk pressed just to see the health of it, and she had to cut it. But again, after the silk press was over, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? And so at one point I was wearing my twist outs. But I knew I couldn't continue wearing twist outs because I wanted the protective style in order to truly retain length. And so I resulted back to protective styling, but this time I wanted to try weave. By this point, I was pretty frustrated because I'm like, I can't trust myself to do my own hair. And so I got braids done, hated them, literally took it down the next week. Then I, shortly after that, got a weave put in my head. Didn't like how it looked at all, did not know how I would maintain it. So I'm really getting frustrated because I don't want to wear my loose hair, but I also don't want to wear weaves. And ultimately, I decided, okay, let me just go back to wash and goes. It can't be that bad. So every day, or almost every day, I would wake up and refresh my hair with water and maybe some type of leave-in conditioner. And it was cute. I loved that it was my natural hair and it was pretty. But I still was frustrated because I knew daily manipulation just wasn't the best for my hair. And so I felt guilty again for just constantly being in my hair and knowing that I'm not protecting it the best that I could. Then one day at work, I met a coworker who grew her hair super long, but she kept her hair in crochets. I'm like, really? That's all you do? But of course, she maintained it maybe like every 2 months or so. And so I'm like, okay, maybe that's what I should do. So I got some crochet hair, tried to install it. My only thing was that I hated that I couldn't blend my natural hair with it. And that's something that I was pretty stuck on. Like, I wanted my crochet hair to at least look natural. I couldn't just deal with it looking fake. And so this lasted literally probably for a week. But then I went back to trying the weave because I thought, okay, this person was able to grow their hair super long with protective styling. So maybe I just need to suck it up and braid my hair down. Didn't like the weave, took it out. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should try another type of human hair that I could put in my hair, like some type of wig. I'm not sure what it was, but I thought it was close to my natural texture. But I didn't like that I would have to constantly reapply product every morning to that section of my hair. And so, at the year of this constant disappointment, dissatisfaction, and frustration, I went on my 2025 hair growth and length retention journey that started on December 27th of 2024. This is when my stylist initially cut my hair and then she braided it down. And at this point in time, I decided to use a V-part wig. Why is this any different from the other protective styles? Well, none of my hair was left out, so I felt
and I'm really trying to get used to wearing
because I knew
weave
I was
again. It
doing
is
the right thing for
like
it by
a little bit
sure
uncomfortable for me because I know it's fake.
But the only thing is, I really didn't like wigs, so that's something
I'm really
I had
challenging
to
myself
deal with internally and
to just get comfortable with
the
it.
purposes of this hair journey.
Hi everybody, so today I'll be taking down my hair for my hair appointment. If you saw my newest video, I showed you all how my hairstylist styled my hair, or at least braided my hair underneath my wig that I plan to wear for the rest of the year, since that's my new protective style, braids and wigs. Let's get a good look, because every couple of months your hair color is the same color as my daughter's. Do you consider your daughter's hair color sandy brown? So yeah, this is how it's looking. And so what I'm gonna do is, thanks for everyone who tuned in and shared your thoughts with me, and I'll see you later. Welcome back. I just want to start off with the recap. I started this braid down / wig journey back in December of last year, so December 27th, 2024. Went to the salon for the first time. She blow dried my hair, trimmed it in its blow dried state after washing it, of course, and then she braided it up. And so the plan was for me to just go to the salon, once a month and get my hair blow dried, washed, and trim as needed. And so this is the first braid down she did for me. And I wear that from December 27th of 2024 until January of 2025. I forget the date, but I'm going to put that in here soon. And so these are the braids, the first set of braids. This is when I returned to the salon in January. January 20th. So I'm pretty anal about my hair. So I was asking her, do you think it needs to be trimmed more or cut or something like that? And she was like, well, your hair could use 3 more inches cut off. And I was surprised because I thought she had did all the cutting she needed to the first time. But she was like, no, I was really trying to assess whether or not those are mature ends or whether they just need to be cut. And she was telling me she wants to learn my hair more before she just goes ahead and, cut it off. And so she decided, I told her, like, it's fine, you don't have to cut it this time around. And so for the January 25th, 2025 appointment, she just washed it and braided it down. However, I went home unsatisfied because I'm like, is my hair still damaged? If I don't really care about the length, just cut it all off. And so that's why I didn't post last month for you guys. I didn't like the picture that she took of my hair. And so I didn't like the picture, and I also didn't want to hold her up because she had other clients. And then on top of that, I was kind of like annoyed because I thought all of the damage was gone after the first visit. But she was like, actually, you could do 3 more inches. So I went ahead and scheduled the next appointment, and I told them I wanted her to just cut whatever she needs to cut off for my next appointment, which is scheduled for today, February 22nd of 2025. And so now I'm going to show you all my braids a month later from January 27th or 25th. And here they are. And so this morning I took these braids down, which you will see soon. And after I did that, I went straight to my appointment this morning. I don't brush it out. I don't comb it out. I just take the braids out and let her do whatever needs to be done from there. And as y'all probably know from my first video, my stylist told me I need to work on moisturizing my hair. This month or this past month, in February, I really didn't do a good job of moisturizing until closer to like the half mark of the month, long protective style, which was my fault. And so today she told me I did a pretty good job of keeping my hair moisturized, but I really need to focus even more so on the front section of my hair since it's more dry than the back section. But overall, she's seeing some improvement, and I just need to double the frequency so that I have even more improvement the next time I go to the salon. And so today at the salon, because I already called the salon and told them I wanted her to cut my hair, she was already on board. However, she was still hesitant. She was like, I don't want to give you a big chop because the back of your hair is really healthy, but the front of your hair, that's what really needs to cut. And so as you can see here, she's washing my hair or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not attached to my hair whatsoever. I'd rather just cut all the damage off. And then she hesitated for a little bit, and then she's like, well, I don't want the front part to be short and the back part to be long. So ultimately, she decided to frame my hair and give me layers in the front. And so now it's much healthier. I'm finally satisfied knowing that my hair is healthy, and my next trim won't be until 3 months later, or at least an assessment for the trim. And we're finally on the right track. So technically I want to consider this day 1 of my new hair journey since I finally got what needed to be trimmed, hopefully, fingers crossed. As much of the process as possible. So I've had these braids in for an entire month. One thing I didn't like about this set of braids is that she did them kind of small, and I would be wearing my, good morning, I'll be wearing my V-part wig. And as you can see here, there's like clips along the inside, and I would place it around my head, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a part right here, clip, and I'll clip along the perimeter. And literally like day 2 of me clipping it here, this braid lifted up. The hair didn't break off, but the braid lifted up and I was annoyed. And then just every day with me wearing this wig and clipping it in, I knew it was putting, see, right, my hair would get caught right there. I knew it was breaking off here, or just like too much tension in that area. But because this was the primary wig that I owned, I really couldn't do anything about it. It is. Looks good. Thank you. Here is the fro. It's short, but it's healthy, and I have to be proud of that. Okay, let me turn around for y'all. As you can see, it's not touching a single line. Oh my gosh. I'm sad. I'm low-key sad. Can't even lie. It's officially the end of month 4 for my braid takedown. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me double check to make. Thank God, I know, right? Okay, so let me just stretch it out. Put some oil on my hands. I know, right? And that's because I think it's because I've been moisturizing my hair every other day. I don't see the weird dirt. See, exactly. It's so funny. You call them dirt clots. I call them gunk. That's what my family, that's what we call it, gunk. I get that from my mom. But this is the fro. It looks amazing. Here we have it. I do nice 360. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Just got my hair done. And I had to get on live to show you guys, because it just got done. Only thing, let me wait to complain a little bit. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my channel, we are officially entering month 5 of this protective styling journey, where I get my hair washed, sometimes deep conditioned, braided by a professional hairstylist once a month. And then during that month, I wear wigs over my braids, hence protective style. And then throughout that month, I moisturize my hair every other day with water, a leave-in conditioner, and oil on top of the braids. Once a week, I oil my actual scalp. And I do that for 4 weeks consistently. And then once the 4-week ends, I go back to my stylist and the cycle repeats. So that is essentially what this journey is. It started on December 27th of 2024. I got my hair cut twice within that time period. The most recent time I got my hair cut was February 22nd. And since then, I haven't got my hair cut. So here we are today. Hey guys, we're currently at the end of month 5. Thank you for everybody that tuned into my video this morning, which was a live takedown of this set of braids. I just wanted to show you guys what my afro is looking like. It clearly got bigger. Like I can actually say like my afro got bigger. So here is it closer. And my appointment it's literally in like 20 minutes, so I gotta get out of here. So here it is. Here's the side. And here is this side. I don't think I showed y'all this side. Or was it this side? But my hair is done. I got it styled today. Thanks for everybody that tuned into my video earlier. Braids do look a little wonky. But here they are up close. Hopefully y'all can see. Okay, so today is the day I'm getting my hair done. I literally have an hour and 30 minutes to take my hair down, which it shouldn't take that long because I have pretty large size braids. So here it is. You see how balled up the braids are? That's what I'm nervous about, how my braid out is gonna look today. And for that, I wanna say thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to my mother and father. I love my hair. It's so pretty. Let's see the back. Let's see the back. And it only took me 30 minutes to take down. Okay. So unfortunately I had to put on that freaking length shirt. My length retention shirt so we can see how long it really is, what the inches are really doing. I can tell that this is already longer than what it usually is. Yeah. Okay, so for the sake of the video, what I'm gonna do, okay. And then I wonder if I even need to wet this. So when it's just like this, to the front, it's like this long. And then to the back. Crap. Come on here. Sorry, I gotta stand up. Okay, that looks more like it. Cause I was about to say, I know my hair is growing. So this is my new set of braids. Happy 7th month. The beginning of the 7 months. So I literally was at the salon for a long time. She cut my hair last month. I forget how many inches she cut, but let's go ahead and do a length check to see how long my hair is, because I will, looks like it stops here. Okay, can y'all see? I think it stops at the consistency line, so at the 4. So what I think I will do is, so by month 7, I decided that I no longer want to go to my stylist every month, and I just want to do my own hair every single month, or at least attempt to keep the braids in for a longer period of time. Initially, I was going to go for 4 months, but I wasn't able to, as you'll see in the next clips. But the main reason I wanted to start doing my own hair was because my stylist would either braid my braids too tight. Another thing is sometimes she would be rushing due to scheduling, issues. And I feel as though the detangling process probably could have been way better, way more slow to truly prevent unnecessary breakage. Because part of me was just thinking, like, I should be retaining more hair. Like, something's kind of off. And so I thought if I just go to her for the trims and I do everything else, so the washing, the blow drying, all those things, I'll be more careful, more patient with my own hair, and then ultimately, hopefully, retain more length if I have control over it. And so that's why in August I decided to just do my own hair. And also I would save money, and then just go to my stylist for trims every 3 months. So this is a video I recently uploaded. You all have probably already seen these. This is month 10. I would say my afro definitely looks fuller and bigger compared to that initial picture back in December 27th, 2024. My ends look healthier in general compared to, I want to say, 2020, the end of 2023 at the very beginning of the video. But overall, what I would say I learned from this challenge is that trims are necessary for my hair to retain length, period. I believe I could have retained length a long time ago if I just would have stuck to a trim schedule. I also learned that I don't need many products in order to moisturize my hair, and just keep it simple with formulated products. So I use water, I use a leave-in conditioner, and I also use jojoba oil on my scalp and on my braids. And that was enough for me. I'm going to show you all a little clip of my hair moisturizing routine that I used throughout 2025 as well. So with trial and error, I learned that I need to moisturize my hair every other day because my hair dries out extremely quickly. And so this is the routine that I used throughout 2025. And while this video is playing, I'll just kind of touch on a couple more points. And so again, the biggest things I learned for 2025 is my hair needs a consistent trim routine. Just to prevent the split ends from wreaking havoc and setting me back. I need to moisturize my hair regularly. I don't have to wash my hair frequently. I can go 1 to 2 months, if not more, honestly, without washing my hair if I really wanted to. But the only reason I would do those things is because my hair is in a protective style and I don't want to take it down. So I don't require frequent washing. Another thing that I learned is that I'll likely retain more length if I keep my protective style in longer. And for the year 2025, the longest I kept my hair in was for 2 months, and I believe I could go longer. And I think it's important to do so in order to prevent unnecessary manipulation that could set your hair retention back. And then finally, I learned that I should take advantage of my stylist primarily for trimming my hair, since I don't know how to do that. But everything else, I believe I should do it because I care about my hair the most, and I will be the most patient out of anyone who could possibly do my hair. And that's key because you can easily lose hair unintentionally during the wash, the condition, and even the blow drying process. And so that's essentially what I learned in 2025. So let's move on to the big reveal. This is how my fro is looking now after I took my twist out for the last month. So on December 20th, this is what my hair is looking like. There you have it. It's very full. And this is me at my hairstylist salon. And this is just a refresher back at the beginning, December 27, 2024, when I first got my hair cut. As you can see, it's in layers. And now here's December 20th, 2025. Look how long my hair is. I would say it grew a good amount. So happy, so excited. Honestly, I sat in that chair on the 20th of this year and I wasn't expecting anything. I'm like, maybe my hair still didn't grow. So I really had low expectations. And then she was like, yeah, I really don't need to cut anything. It's just like a microscopic amount. And she literally spent like 30 seconds trimming and didn't have to do anything else. So I learned a lot during the year 2025. I'm excited for the year 2026 now that I see I can retain length. I am going to tweak my routine for the year 2026, which I'll discuss in my next upcoming videos that should be released today, so that we're just on time for the start of the year. I just learned it doesn't take a lot, just a simple moisturization routine, consistent trims, protective styling, and try to keep the protective style in for at least 2 months.
But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.